In this video, we're going to talk about addition of number bases. So let's say we have 101 in base 2, and then we have to add it to 111 in base 2. How do we do that? But before we start, basically, if we talk about number bases, for instance, base 5, then we are talking about 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So base 2 will be 0 and then 1. None of the digits should be greater than or equal to the base, right? So let's start from here. Before we will be able to add these values, we need to start from the right and then add column by column. So we will start by adding these. So we have 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. And the 2 is equal to the base, so we will divide it by the base, which is 2, and then we will get 1 remainder 0. Now, one important thing you should note is that when it comes to number bases, we always write the remainder and then keep the number of times the base goes into the results, right? So we will write 0 here and then keep this one. Moving on to the next column, we have 0 plus 1, which is 1, plus this one, making 2. So we will get 1 remainder 0. We will write the 0 and then keep the 1 again. Then from the next column, we have 1 plus 1, which is 2, plus this one, making 3. And 3 is greater than the base, which is 2. So let's go ahead and then divide by the base, and then we will get 1 remainder 1. And as always, we write the remainder. So I'll write the 1 here and then keep this. But you realize that on the next column, we don't have any value there. So straight away, we can put our 1 here. And then don't forget your base, which is 2. And that is pretty much it. You are done for this one, right? In our next example, we have 4, 3, 7 base 8 plus 7, 5 base 8. So how do we do this? Feel free to pause the video and try first. Done? As always, you start by adding column by column, starting from the right? So we have 7 plus 5, which is 12, and 12 is greater than the base, so we will divide by the base, which is 8, and we will get 1 remainder 4. So we'll write the remainder here, which is 4, and then keep the 1. Moving on to the next column, we have 3 plus 7, which is 10, plus 1, making 11. And 11 is greater than the base, so we will divide it by the base, and then we will get 1 remainder 3. So we will write the 3 here, and then keep the 1. Now, the next column, we have 4 plus, nothing is here, so we will assume it to be 0. So we have 4 plus 0, it is 4, plus 1, making 5. So we will write 5 here, and don't forget the base, which is 8. And guess what? This is pretty much 8. Did you get it? In our next example, we have 3101 in base 4 plus 213 in base 4. So how do we add these number bases? 1 plus 3 is 4, so we will divide the 4 by the base, which is 4. Then we are getting 1 remainder 0. So we will write the 0 here and then keep this 1. Now, from here we have 0 plus 1, which is 1, plus the 1, making 2. And 2 is less than the base, so we will write everything here. And then moving on to the next column, we have 1 plus 2, which is 3. Right? So we have 3 here. Then from the next column, we have 3 plus 0, which is still 3. Because nothing is here, we will assume it to be 0. So our final answer turns out to be 3320. And always don't forget your base, which is base 4. And guess what? This is pretty much it. I hope you found this video useful. In our next video, we'll be talking about subtraction of number bases. Thanks for watching. See you again on the next video.